Hey, welcome back to the Growth Show. I'm your host, Whitney, and we are going to be going into another series here on the podcast. So, a couple weeks ago, we were talking all about ads. I had my OBM and ads manager, Priscilla, on here, and we were diving into that. And this is actually a nice continuation of that conversation because we were talking about ads in the context of how they were going to help you generate leads and get more leads into your business by supporting a funnel, a lead generating funnel. And now I'm going to talk through all of the details of what actually goes into a funnel. So you can run ads. You can run ads to so many different things. The thing that we find to be most successful for us and that is successful for many other business owners is to specifically run ads to a lead generation funnel. But you don't have to run ads to a lead generation funnel. You can also just have that funnel on your website. And so that is actually what I have been talking about for years. If you have been following me, if you've been in my website program, you've heard me talk about having a lead magnet, having a way for website visitors to get onto your email list so you can stay in touch with them. That is a funnel. But what I haven't done is really picked apart why we want to have that funnel in place and all of the specific details that need to be in there. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple episodes. I'm going to try and keep them pretty short and actionable so you can just dive in and listen quickly or binge all of them in a couple weeks once they're all released, whatever makes sense for you. I am going to have some slides occasionally too. So if you want to check this out on YouTube, you can do that. So in this first episode, I'm going to be specifically talking about what is a lead generation funnel and do you need one? Do you actually need this type of funnel in your business? And I know for many of us, when we hear the term funnel or we hear lead generation, it can feel very sleazy. I don't know about you, but I definitely get these spammy emails from people that are like, I'll get you 100 leads a week, or I'll set up a lead generation framework or whatever. And it can feel very bro marketing. And it doesn't have to be like that. This is just a very genuine way to actually get people into your world. It doesn't have to feel sleazy or slimy at all. And frankly, it is actually a very tried and true technique as marketers to attract people into your business with this strategy. So today, I just want to talk through what that funnel is, why every practice needs to have at least one of these lead generation funnels, regardless of the niche or even the business model that you're running right now. So first, let's talk about if you may need a funnel like this. Do you need a funnel in your practice? So if you are dealing with not having enough website traffic to your website, not having anyone really engage with your social media posts, so like you're trying to market on social media, but nothing's happening there. You're dealing with maybe sporadic discovery calls. Maybe you get a few, but it's not consistent. And you're just not having a lot of sales from your programs or your courses or your services. And really what you're wanting is an easier way for people to find you and find your business and get to know you. You want to have more consistent discovery calls coming in and inquiries coming in from people. You want people showing up to those calls. You want them being ready to commit when they're on those calls. And just in general, you want to have more clients in your practice with less scrambling, and it can sometimes feel like hunting for clients. You just want it to be easier and more consistent and smooth and more of those right people that when you have the right fit client, you're like, oh man, I wish I could just clone you and have 10 more of you. Where did you come from? There is a way to get more of those people coming into your business. So if any of those things resonated with you, then this is something you're going to want to be adding into your practice as a marketing strategy. So let's just talk about what a lead generation funnel is. So this is just an automated system that attracts new people, nurtures them, and moves them toward booking with you. So it moves them from being a quote unquote cold stranger, someone who does not know you at all, to a warm lead who is ready to work with you and sign up for your services or your group program, whatever the case is. So a lead gen funnel is not a replacement for other marketing strategies. What it really is, it's just another tool that is supporting your other marketing efforts. And it's really working alongside them and it's making them more effective. It's increasing the effectiveness of how you are attracting people into your business. It is an attraction tool as well, but then it's supporting other attraction efforts that you might be doing. And it's going to work for any business model. So if you are doing one-to-one counseling, whether you're doing self-pay or you're doing insurance-based counseling, if you are selling low-ticket products, a low-ticket course or workbooks or things like that, high-ticket programs, consulting, so many different kinds of businesses where they need people to trust them and you need your customers to actually know you a little bit more and want to trust you before they can say yes, then a lead gen funnel is really a great way to achieve that. So let me just talk for a minute, and this is where I'm going to actually bring up some slides. In order to really understand why a funnel works so well and what it's doing for your marketing and sales efforts, it's really helpful to understand this idea of cold versus warm leads. So I have some slides and I just want to walk through it. So we talk about our leads and our potential customers as cold, warm, hot. So cold means that they don't know you at all. They just heard about you today. So are they going to pull out their credit card right away to work with you? Probably not. They really don't know you from anyone else. They haven't built up that trust yet. Whereas a hot lead is someone who has gotten to really know you. They trust you. They have the warm and fuzzies. You are it. You are the person that they want to work with. They're ready to sign up. So you may have heard this phrase of we want to have the know and trust factor built in marketing. So that's what's happening along this continuum of someone moving from a cold lead all the way to a warm and hot lead. First, they need to know you. Then they need to like you. And that doesn't mean popularity contest. It's like they need to resonate with you. And then finally, for them to make a decision, they need to trust you. So before we get into funnels and where they fit into this and how they help support this process of moving people through this continuum, let's talk about the kinds of leads that we get from our marketing and how cold or hot they are. So cold leads are those people who found you through Google, through AI search, maybe through ads, their new social media followers, their new podcast listeners. So they don't really know you yet. Whereas leads that are warming up a little bit, they're a little bit warmer, are ones who found you from directories or insurance marketplaces. Even warmer leads is someone, for example, who downloaded a freebie of yours, that lead magnet. Audience members from a talk that you gave, like a live talk at a community event or something, those are even warmer because they sat and saw you talk for an hour. There is a lot of trust built through that kind of live interaction. So they're going to be warmer generally than some of the other leads that might be coming in. And then really warm leads, like almost hot leads, are referrals from health professionals or a person who was referred by a friend, your past clients. So those are the kinds of people who are, the trust that someone else that they have with that person because they've recommended you, that trust is already transferred. So that trust is baked into them coming to you now. So ideally, in our marketing and lead attraction efforts, we have leads coming in all along the spectrum here from cold to hot. But we need to understand that not all marketing tactics are created equal and they attract different kinds of leads. But what I often see is that practitioners are putting all of their eggs, all of their marketing eggs, all of their efforts on one spectrum, end of the spectrum or the other, like just posting on social media all the time to cold people. That's a lot of work to move those people from the cold end of the spectrum to the warm end. It can take a lot of time. Whereas someone who is maybe only relying on referrals, that can be really great. But if that source ever is inconsistent or unreliable, you may want to have some tactic to be getting people who are more strangers, who are colder to you, coming into your business as well. So you can be balancing things out. We want it to be balanced. But the thing that we do need to keep in mind is that the colder that our leads are, the more we need to warm them up. So how do we do that? There are a few ways, and this is going to directly relate to the funnel, I promise. So how does someone go from a cold lead all the way to a warm or hot lead? How do they get warmed up? How do we build that know and trust factor? There's a few ways. We can provide valuable content. We can do speaking, so we're seen as a trustworthy authority. We can build direct relationships with people to create trust. So have direct conversations with these folks who become your followers or come to a talk. Having other people hear about their experience working with you. So testimonials and things like that, and sharing those case studies can be powerful. And we can give it time. So trust is built over consistent connection. It's not built overnight. And we can make sure that we stay top of mind so that when people are ready, we're not just this random Instagram post that they saw 6 months ago when they were scrolling during their kid's soccer game and have completely forgotten. And so we do need to give it time, but we also need to make sure that we are staying top of mind and staying present. But doing all of those things consistently can be a lot of work. You can only network so much, give so many talks, have so many conversations. So going back to what a lead gen funnel is and what it does, it is a way to get more leads coming into your world, into your business, and automatically do some of that warming up process, because you cannot be present for all of that warming up. A lot of it naturally happens passively. Maybe someone may follow you or be on your email list for 8 months without ever interacting with you, and then they book a call. And it's because they aren't going to hear from you once and then 8 months later reach out. They're going to have to hear from you consistently. But if you do all of that manually for every single person, it just would not be sustainable. So that's what a funnel can do. It can get people onto your email list, and then you can be nurturing them on a regular basis for months before they're ready, but you're building that trust over time. So they do need to hear from you regularly, and the funnel makes that happen without you manually having to follow up, whereas social media is just not going to have that same effect. You can't just have that same level of connection and support and automation that you can have with email. And so the funnel really can support all of your marketing efforts too. So you can be driving traffic directly to your lead magnet with ads. You can have it on your website, but you can also be giving a talk and sharing your lead magnet for your funnel there and having people sign up to your email list. You can be sharing it in your Instagram profile, and when you're doing a reel or you are doing a YouTube video, and you can be asking people to sign up for your lead magnet to go even deeper. If you have a blog post that you are putting out there, have your lead magnet in that. So all of these things are sending people through this centralized funnel that is starting to warm them up and build that know and trust factor and really take a lot of that manual stuff off of your plate. So that's why lead generation funnels are so important, especially for health practitioners who really do need to build a high degree of trust with your patients and your clients before they even want to book a discovery call. And because you are often spending a good portion of your day actually seeing clients and counseling or charting or actually just delivering services, you don't have time like maybe other businesses do to lean heavily into social media marketing and maybe some other tactics as much. So your time is better spent on less labor intensive ways, and your funnel can support those really well. So the next episode, I'm going to talk you through what the components of the funnel are in detail. So if today you were like, yeah, okay, I want to actually know what's inside the funnel, I am going to walk through that in the next episode. Today, I really just wanted to show you that foundation of why a funnel, how a funnel fits into your marketing efforts, why it can be really powerful, what we mean by cold versus warm leads, and how that all works together. And then on the next episode, I also have a resource. So I have a funnel as well as part of this funnel podcast series that is a new resource I've put together that is going to help you plan out your own lead gen funnel and make sure that you have all the pieces that you need to have for it to be successful. So stay tuned for the next episode. I will share that resource with you then, and then we will walk through all of this together. All right, see you then.